Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, which is $3 a month for this and other games. So, on the last Let's Play, Nick proposed to us because he wants to spend his rest or our rest of our lives together, and I chose yes because, we're going with him, and hopefully that doesn't put us in a bad route, because I know earlier that if I chose one thing, we get threesome maybe, but if I choose another thing, main character loses an eye, and then also I might have did a bad choice. We might have time to redeem it later, maybe. If not, then we'll just skip a whole bunch of things we've seen and go back to the new content. But anyways, also, we met Cordelia, basically a sheep person, who is married to Mr. Hendricks. And is there anything else? Oh yeah, she's free-spirited and wants to work with the miners. Yay! But, yeah, she invited us to the mansion, their house or place, so that we can discuss. There's going to be curious. Is she a person that's putting on a front like the elder sister in Murdoch's route, or is she actually nice? Don't know. We'll have to see. So I think right now we're going over there. So let's reset our face. And continue. As luck would have it, it's fucking roasting outside. You can already feel the sweat soak in my shirt. Was it a good idea to say yes to all this? Who can say? I just thought it would be funny to watch him suffer. A tumbleweed passes as you walk in the direction of the manor. What if any of your friends see us walking up to James's house? Won't they get mad? They might be pleased if what Hendricks says was genuine. If she has some sway over James, then only one left to have to worry about is Briggs. When they told us that their house was up on the hill, they weren't exaggerating. It took a good 20-minute walk to get to the gate of their property. Wolf with a holster on his hip watches us from the other side of the gate. He drags the gate open and holds it. Thanks. He looks forward, refusing to make eye contact. I wouldn't exactly call that a mansion, but, it's not lower class either, I guess. And this is new music. We move closer. As we move closer, we can see the massive house made of stone and wood, decorated with a lawn full of shrubbery, succulents, and spiny flowering cacti. There was another gunman on the porch, watching us. He nods at us as we pass, and we knock on the front door. It's very opulent and vulnerable. We're greeted by an old raccoon wearing a black vest at the door. God, I would hate to wear a three-piece suit in this type of climb. I guess, because I don't think I've ever seen a piano that big before. And those look like genuine metal men from old times. He currently directs us through the hallway where Mr. and Mrs. Hendricks wait for us. Did we have a specific time to come here? I guess it was directly after. She's drinking rose-colored tea from a kettle. He's swirling dry wine in a glass. How do we know it's dry wine? Also, what is dry wine? I guess it's not sweet. It's good that you made it. Also, let me just clear my stuff. Please, come sit next to me. Mr. Hendricks stares at Nick. Or in between us. Would you sit with us too, Mr. Kroll? It's more comfortable for me to stand. Right. Well, I'll help prepare us drinks. I know that it is terribly hot outside today. You should have seen the cook do that. No, you should have the cook do that. is why she's here. Well, I don't feel like being lazy today. She disappears off into the kitchen. I hope you like my house, Samuel. It's very nice. And very big. Its history is what it is. The very table they were eating off of was passed down by my grandfather. He reclaimed the wood from the very shipwreck of the vessel he sailed upon when he first traveled to this country. Was he a knight? Excuse me? You know. I make a swing motion with my hands and bring it down on the table with a bang. Eh? James flinches. Whoops. They hold swords? There are statues of them in the entryway. Oh, you mean the suits of armor? Those are just a symbol of my love for our country's heritage. Are they expensive? Exceedingly so. Even in their era, only the wealthiest men could be encased in steel when they're sent off to war. I wonder how much one of those would cost. Like, in a really authentic one, and, well, maybe not authentic, but like, you know, usable. And then how much one would cost from, like, a Renaissance vessel. Not saying that they're not authentic at a Renaissance festival, but, like, something that's more costumey, but still, you know, armor, but, you know, not something you'd really want to use in one of those combat thingies. I wonder what it would be like to wear it. It does not look comfortable. James leans forward and shoots me a smile. Would you like to try it on? Are you serious? Well, why not? I've had these things my whole life. We might as well use them. Am I into this? Again, I'm just kind of like, okay, which one of these things is going to give me the bad ending, or this is just fluff things, or is this like something that's going to mess something up? We'll just click yeah. Sam. Oh, right. We're here for a reason. Definitely sometime later. Just say the word, and we'll make it so. Look what I thought I'd lost, and now it's found. Cordelia is swaying back and forth with a big machine in her arms. It looks like a big metal pot with a crank. Have you boys ever had homemade ice cream before? I thought you're going to read his fortune, Cordelia. But it's so hot outside. This would be perfect. And surely the order of our affairs shouldn't matter. Also, like, what is this pot that makes ice cream? I guess I remember making ice cream in chemistry class, and it's like, you put, like, milk or cream in a bag, and then on the outside bag you put, like, ice and salt, and then you shake it until it's ice cream. Maybe I should try that sometime. If you tire yourself out, you could lose yourself in that room all night. Efficiency, Cordelia. She sets down the machine on one of the dining room chairs. And this is our home, not your business. I would like some time to speak with Mr. Kroll alone, anyhow. Please, take him upstairs? She sighed. That was all you had to ask the first time. She looked at me. Do you mind if we do the reading now? No, that should be fine. Let's be on our way then. She leads me back to the foyer, where the man in the black coat nods at us passing him. She's halfway up the stairs before I stop. How come the big platforms don't have any railing? She stopped as if this was the first time she had ever heard this question. Oh. Pray forgive the sheep architecture. We often tend to omit them. Don't people work here that aren't sheep? Well, yes. I believe the servants' staircase has them. A servant's staircase? Old house, old ways. Reach the top of the stairs, and turn to a long hallway with many doors and several different corners. Like, what would you put in that corner? This one? Yeah. Would you believe that there's entire floors and rooms reserved for servants that I still haven't never seen? Don't you live here? Oh, yes, but the servants' quarters are designed not to be seen. As are the servants. I guess this, even though the outside of the house doesn't look too impressive, the inside of the house is supposed to be slightly Downton Abbey-esque. Well, no. I'm not sure what Southwest's things like these would look like. And some of them have lived here longer than I have. So, you're not from around here? Not initially, but I hope to believe that I'm acclimated enough. Lady, you haven't. We turn another corner and find a large set of double doors in front of us. Cordelia pulls the door away, and I gasp. Ooh, I like this room. Like, I love glass ceilings like that and stuff like that. The only thing I wouldn't like is the air conditioning bill. Or, you know, in these times, the heat. Because you could probably cook an egg here. Inside the room is full of flowering plants, bright paintings, and delicate curtains with glass ceiling letting light shine into a round table with 2 wicker seats. A side door opens, and a maid with a rolling table sets out a tea set before pulling it away and disappearing wordlessly. Cordelia doesn't even address it as she takes a seat, lifts the table curtains, and pulls out a pack of cards. She gestures to the chair across from her. Please sit. Or please, sit. I think I'm doing okay on reading. Also, any of these paintings you can see? Not really. It could be like, Glory Hounds, where it's like, this is somebody and this is somebody else. I don't know. Reset face. I pull the chair away from the cloth and plop down. Okay. She's shuffling the cards in her hand now. Now that we're by ourselves, there's a couple things I want to ask you. Just ask the cards. I don't think paper is going to get into the specifics of what I'm looking for. She stops shuffling. Then, what do you want to ask me? Do you ever hear about strange stuff going on in this town? Stuff that you think you'd believe only if you saw it too? Oh, all the time. She leans in close to me. Occultists consider this town a hotspot. A hotspot for what? Anything you could name. Ghosts, ghouls, demons, spirits. Things not of this earth. The popular opinion in town is that it's the natives' fault. But nobody who's made the most... I can read. That's the thing I hate about doing visual novels, where it's like, I'm invested in the story, but anybody who made the most cursory, and it's like, well, I want to play, but I apparently can't. Those cursory investigations into the culture knows that they reject occultist practices outright. And there are other ideas about portals. Portals? She nods. Now you're thinking with portals. Ideas about other worlds filled with people and creatures beyond our imagining. Existing right on top of ours even. And when the barriers between worlds weaken, sometimes things slip through. Sometimes it's them. Sometimes it's us. If it's truth or non-fiction, I imagine it must be frightful for every party involved. We do like our familiar comforts. It says she pours herself a cup of tea, but it sounds like you're pouring it into a bucket. What about ghosts, then? Know anything about those? I fear I know more about ghosts than I'd like to know. And how's that? She looks to her left, then to her right, then over her shoulder. Because I know for certain that this house is haunted. For certain? For certain. How do you know? Well, sometimes there's sounds in the walls where there aren't any rooms, and people are talking where they couldn't be. I've also heard things walk the hallway at nights that weren't servants, and voices that have made sounds that I don't think are possible for a mortal body. Noises like what? She starts to hum. The fur on her neck sticks up. Do sheep have hackles? I think I've heard something like that before. Everybody in this area has. Same hum, same reaction. It's not the real thing, but it's close enough. Wait, she says hum. Wasn't that a thing in Echo? They called it the hum or something like that? Or was it in Murdoch's roots? Sorry, my brain's like, click, and now it's searching for stuff. It's like something we hear, then we forget. But when we hear it clear enough and loud enough, we know we've heard it before. Well, what is it? It just is. Nobody really knows. But those who know how to listen for it gently manage to find it again before it goes quiet. I know there was like this kind of otherworldly thing in like Adastra, but I'm not sure if it's in any way connected. I guess there's also otherworldly thing in Glory Hounds. You know? Strange. That's the word we use when we come to accept that it's here. And because you know it's the truth. I think I learned something worse than a few ghosts a few nights ago. And so far, nobody's been able to help me. She looks at me. It feels like there's genuine worry in her eyes. There's always somebody you can find who's willing to give you an answer. A lot of people would tell you that they have all the answers to everything, even if they don't know the truth. But what if there's somebody out there that knows the truth? How can I find them? Oftentimes, you can't. But answers aren't the most important thing in the world. Then, what do you think is? She shakes her head. The light from the ceiling shifts across the side of her face, and she beams so hard, she practically glows, like a breaking in a sunburst. Breaking in a sunburst? What's a sunburst? Being kind. I cross my arms and sigh. Well, if that's your answer, then what can your tarot cards tell me? I don't want to put none of my faith into devil stuff. Tarot isn't devil stuff. Well, unless you consult the Catholics, and the Baptists, and the Mormons, and probably a bunch of others. It's a card game developed during the Renaissance, meant to reveal the truth of the world to the viewer through their own understandings. The deck is full of cards that contain a great variety of meanings. And whether or not a card is upside down or right side up, when you reveal it, changes the meaning too. Shall we try it? Alright. Splendid. Oh, it's always so exciting to give somebody their very first reading. Right then, take a look at the table. The first card I draw, you overturn represents something about your past. High Priestess. I have no idea what that means. The High Priestess? Who's she? She represents passivity, insight, and mysteries. When she's right side up, it tends to mean you've made a lot of useful discoveries in your past. I wonder if these change depending on what choices I make. That there will be more knowledge to come, but only if you trust your instincts. So, I'm already winning? Easy. This isn't about winning or losing. It's more of a strong suggestion to stay your correct course. Huh. The next set of cards represents something going on in your life, in the present. The devil. Well, I thought you said that there wasn't going to be any devil stuff. He's just a character. We aren't paying him homage. People are usually surprised to learn the devil isn't a bad card. He's a symbol of earthly pleasures. It could be a love for money or for lust, perhaps finer things in general. Also, there's boobies. And do you think I have to censor that? Hopefully it's autistic, so we don't need to. But he's upside down, and that could mean that you're doing something to sever yourself from something. Maybe a rockier relationship, maybe an addiction. Or maybe you're in the process of losing something that you do not want to lose. I liked your other ideas better. I think it's up to you to decide which ideas resonate better anyway. Now, let's move on to the last card. I assume you've already guessed, but this one's about your future. Something that may not be manifested by the paths you take. Shall we go on? Sure. Okay. The tower. That doesn't look too good. Oh. Brace yourself for this one. I lean forward. The tower card is not good. It's the one people watch out for, more so than the devil. Well, what does that mean? Change through chaos, or violent destruction. She opens her mouth, then closes it, humming. A positive spin on this could be that you welcome the change. She waves her hand about as if she's trying to think quickly. That an obstacle, which is part of your life, needs to be changed, or pulled up from its roots, so to speak. I don't think that was the thing. Let me just clear my throat again, sorry. Also, it's kind of making me think of... what was that one game called? Hand of Fate? I liked that game. Except for certain routes where it's like, hey, you can't heal at all, and here's this really strong enemy. It's like, bugger. Well, I don't think I'm gonna worry very much about pieces of paper. That might be a prudent attitude in this case. Keep in mind, these readings are never final. If you don't like what you hear, there's ways to change it. And if you do like it, then just continue, just as you are, and be mindful of your reading. I am just so tempted to go back and change one thing or two and see if that changes something now. I hope these cards revealed what you needed. Mostly, I just think they're a piece of paper. That's all there'll ever be to some, and that's perfectly fine. Before I go, I have another question. You said your husband talked about me. What exactly did he say? Oh, that you sucked his dick. Well, he was honest. Oh. His dalliances help keep him regular, which is why I can only support them. Dalliances. Wow. Still illegal, of course. Wrongly, I might put. She pats my wrist. Your secrets are safe with me, though in perfect honesty, I feel they aren't my place to trifle in to begin with. I see. Oh, are you feeling a little dizzy, or is it just me? It's hot today, or it's a hot day. Have you ever tried any ice cream before, Mr. Ayers? No. I had ice cream yesterday. It was great. If it's what it sounds like, which is milky ice, I think I'll pass. Let's sneak off to the kitchen and have some, shall we? She seems really excited about this. I guess I can try some. Just be nice. She's been more than nice to me. I feel lost when she leads me past a series of doors and corners again, passing hallway after hallway until we reach the stairs again. Then I remember that they don't all have rails, and that they're much more terrifying going up than they are going down. She offers a hand to help guide me down, which I don't refuse. Wait, they're more terrifying going up, and that they're much more terrifying going up than they are going down. You think it'd be the other way around. I rest easy when we get to the bottom again. Let's sneak around into the kitchen the other way, just in case Mr. Kroll and my husband still have matters that they like to discuss. Instead of going right, we go left. We pass through a room of fine seats and couches huddled around a fireplace. Then we enter a series of hallways again. There's a ballroom with a fully stocked bar that's even bigger than the hips, and a gramophone. And then there's another long hallway. Vegetables. We follow it, taking left, then find ourselves in an open kitchen with a tall ceiling. A female wolf is chopping vegetables. I was gonna say, hopefully you see the wolf, and it's like, hey, I know you. You're, William's wife. Good afternoon, Chef Hattie. Good afternoon, Miss Hendricks. Could you put out 4 bowls and the yellow tub and the ice cream on the table? Of course, right away. The wolf crouches and pulls the tub out of a small, dark box underneath the marble countertop. It's kind of interesting playing games like these, and you see these characters, which, you know, I'm glad that they have portrait sprites, but then, like, you might see them and then they might go away, and you might not know much about them, but then in another route it's like, oh, this person's an integral part of somebody else's life and route. Then she places it in front of Mrs. Hendricks. The sheep pulls the lid off and scoops out a bit of fluffy, off-white material out of the tub. She offers the spoon to me. Try it. I take the spoon and shove it down. Wait, not that fast. This is cold. It is fucking cold. There's a sharp pain in my head, and I sputter, gagging on the stuff. I have to go to the sink and spit it all out, but the pain is already gone. The flavor is sugary and sweet, with a bit of burnt sugar taste. Hey, that is good. Why did it nearly kill me at first? Because it's frozen dessert. The ice part is an exaggeration, Mr. Ayers. But it's soft. Ice is hard. Frozen things are supposed to be hard. How did you make this? Well, I'm glad you asked. The base is a mixture of egg yolk, sugar, and high-fat milk, plus salt and flavoring. So if I was going to do that, would I need cream, or could I just use full milk? You can put your favorite candies, or cake crumbles, or swirls of chocolate too. It makes for a very versatile treat. She crouches down to open her icebox and produces a large metal bowl and shows it off to me. This is the top of the base before it's frozen if you want to try some. I scoop some of it out with a spoon and sip. That's way too strong. You only think that because it's not frozen. Freezing dessert dulls the taste, so you have to make it stronger to compensate for that. I'm sorry, man, but may I use this counter to chop vegetables? The master of the house is very insistent on potato bisque tonight. What's potato bisque? Though it sounds good because it has potato in it. Potato bisque. That sounds good. I mean, hell, I'm a sucker for anything potato. Stop drooling. I get the strong impression she wants us out of her way. Of course, we'll be going right away. Thank you for your help. Always a pleasure. I think with that, and this being a scene change, that's a good time to call it. Ooh woo. So, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and maybe get a cup of tea. Cause I like cups of tea. It's good for you, you know? So please comment, because I like comment tips you like, dislike tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out that videos that be growing. Please remember to spay your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month for this and other games. Sorry, my brain was thinking for a hot second. Yeah, me thinking. Oh, woo. That is also kind of... I lost my train of thought. Bugger, but it do be like that. And until next time, no, let's play. Bye me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. So thanks and see you.